Hey, what's up everybody? It's Justin with COLOGNE Scents. I have got a video for you today that it's for me if it's not for anybody else. This is fun stuff right here. I want to talk about 12 fragrances that are perfect for the holiday season. You know, we're heading into Thanksgiving, and then right after that we go into Christmas, and every one of these has some kind of maybe a sweetness or a spiciness or a kind of by the fireplace kind of feel that make them perfect for the next 6 weeks or so. So we're going to jump in, but as we do, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Also consider giving the like button a nice holiday click, and let me know in the comments, what would you add to this list that's not already here? All right, the first one might be an odd pick, but this one, I always get compliments when I wear this one while I'm home for the holidays. And so this one, I always think about the holidays because I got some great memories with it. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's kind of gourmand. I'm talking about the original Amen by Thierry Mugler. This is such a fantastic fragrance. You've got this aromatic mint in the opening. You've got some licorice. You've got some milk and honey. You've got coffee. It's a very interesting, quite spicy, quite aromatic, sweet, gourmand fragrance. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I absolutely love it. And all that spiciness and gourmand feel makes me think of the holidays. I've got about a 50-50 mix of designers and clones here in the 12 that I have, by the way. This next one reminds me of the holidays because it's dark and smoky and spicy, and this is a pretty cheap pickup as well. This is Lattafa's Badi Al Oud for Glory. Of course, this is a clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness. I'm actually wearing this tonight, and it is this dark, spicy, incensey oud fragrance. But it's a very wearable oud. It's about one of the most beginner-friendly ouds imaginable. It's got kind of an incense vibe. It's a really nice fragrance. And thinking about sitting by the fireplace, this one is really in line with what I think of for the holidays. All right, next up, we're going to go with one that's maybe a little more, I don't know, maybe it would be on more people's lists than the two that I just showed you. This one has been called like the perfect Christmas fragrance, and I totally get it, and I think I agree. This is Burberry London. This one's an oldie but a goodie. You can get super cheap deals from discounters on this nowadays. This is basically like the smell of spiced like gingerbread, cookies, things that are being baked during the holidays. You've got cinnamon, you've got tobacco, you've got a port wine note, and just overall, it gives you the feel of things being baked and cooked. There's even a little bit of like an herbal feel to it, like turkey stuffing kind of deal. It's just very interesting fragrance. There's quite a classic vibe, almost like a touch of a background of like an aromatic fougere. Very interesting fragrance and very affordable nowadays as well. All right, next up, this has become one of my favorite fall fragrances, but it's not cheap. It's expensive, although I do have a solution for you. This is Fahrenheit Le Parfum. And so this is basically the original Fahrenheit DNA, but rolled back significantly, not as loud, not as aggressive. And then you add some booze and you add some vanilla. And what you get is this wonderful, lightly sweet, spicy fragrance that to me smells so much like the fall, like Thanksgiving. Problem is for, this 60 ml bottle, it was about 120 bucks. However, I have a solution for you. Fragrance World now has this clone, Reinheit Parfum, which is extremely similar to the one that I just showed you. This is probably 85 to 90% similar. It's not as bold, it's not as intense, but all of the fragrance profile, that fresh spiciness with some booze and vanilla, it's all there. But you can get this one. I got mine on Fragrance Buy for I think around $35. So about, a third or a quarter of what you'll pay for the Dior. All right, next up, this is another one that is perfect for this time of year. It's Gourmand, sweet, spicy. It's one of my favorite fragrance DNAs of all time. It's a clone of Parfums de Marly Layton, and this is a $26 fragrance on Fragrance Buy right now. This is Alhambra Detour Noir. And so this is such an epic clone of Layton. It's basically a spicy apple. It's got a touch of sort of a minty or aromatic burst right in the opening. But then you've got apple and spice, and then you've got a sweet, rich vanilla. It's a spicy gourmand fragrance. Again, it kind of fits perfectly into this holiday season. Okay, next up, I'm going to go with one that is still probably my number one pick. These are not in order. But this is probably still my number one pick for the holiday season. It's one that many of you probably already have and love. It's Spice Bomb Extreme. This is a gorgeous tobacco fragrance with pepper and nutmeg. It's got that classic woodsy, spicy Spice Bomb vibe, but it's got this sweet vanilla that somehow makes it so rich. It's also brighter to me than the original Spice Bomb. Awesome pickup, but again, usually over $100 for the 3-ounce bottle. But again, Fragrance World has kind of come to the rescue, and now they have a great clone of Spice Bomb Extreme, Marc and Victor Oud Spice Extreme. I got this one on Fragrance Buy for $32, and it smells extremely similar, probably 90% close. The difference is the Fragrance World is significantly more synthetic. But here's a trick, or here's something that I've noticed after a few weeks of wearing it. I only get the synthetic vibe if I go close to the skin. In the air, it's pretty much indistinguishable from Spice Bomb Extreme. Fragrance World Marc and Victor Oud Spice Extreme. All right, next up, this one probably wouldn't be on most of your lists because probably many out there don't even know about this. This is a very powerful, incredibly cheap gourmand fragrance that smells exactly like chocolate cake. This is Choco Musk by Rehab. And this fragrance right here I got for $10 with shipping on Amazon, and it's basically a clone or heavily inspired by Chocolate Greedy by Mancera. It's kind of equal parts vanilla and chocolate. It is strong. It's a room filler. I wore it last night. My wife smelled me across the room before I got close to her. And this is like a 10-hour fragrance on me. Maybe others don't have that experience. I have that experience every time I wear it. Chocolate cake in a bottle for $10. Rehab's Choco Musk. Awesome holiday scent. All right, next up, this one is a clone of a discontinued Mugler fragrance. It's in the Angel Man line. This is Man Nebula by Fragrance World, and this one is a clone of Pure Malt. I never got to try Pure Malt, but I can tell you this one is kind of like the base of the original Amen, with a little bit more of an aromatic. The aromatics, the barbershop quality is amped up significantly, and there's a sweet cinnamon and a touch of booziness that's added as well. This is an awesome fragrance that I've seen on Amazon lately for in the low $20, $22 range. Okay, my next pick. This one is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It really only works during, November, December, January because it's so strong. It's another tobacco vanilla spicy fragrance. This is a clone of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. This is Tobacco Touch by Maison Alhambra, a branch of Lattafa. And this one is a powerhouse. This is a good, probably 10-hour fragrance on my skin. It is a very rich, dark vanilla. To me, it even smells a little boozy, although I know that I don't even think there's a boozy note in it. But it is dark, sweet, spicy tobacco with a overdose of vanilla. It's gorgeous, and it's super spicy. It's like Spice Bomb Extreme level spiciness. It's absolutely awesome. And number 12. This one reminds me of the holidays because of the tendency that my family has to build a fire and roast marshmallows around Thanksgiving. This is a clone of Maison Martin Margielas by the fireplace. It's Lattafa's Amir Al Oud Intense. Another super cheapie. This is like a $20, $25 at the most fragrance, and it basically smells like burning woods with marshmallows and spices. And the longer it sits on your skin, the more spicy it gets. I will tell you, my bottle has gotten a little more oudy over time. This one's got a touch of oud that the Maison Martin Margiela doesn't have. And it's gotten a touch more oudy over time, so that could be love it or hate it. I don't mind it, but the Middle Eastern funk edge of this fragrance is noticeable, but it still gets you probably 85% there. It's a little sweeter, a little stronger than By the Fireplace. This is Amir Al Oud Intense. So again, let me know in the comments, what fragrances would you add as kind of the ultimate holiday fragrance? Again, please consider subscribing. I've got videos like this coming out every couple days. And please give the like button a wonderful Christmas click as you get ready to finish watching. I'm Justin. This has been Oud Intense.